Hello everybody, it's Auburn here from Burn Studio doing another drawing tutorial for you guys, this time for Mother's Day. Yay! So I thought, why not? Let's get us do some whimsical flowers for Mom for Mother's Day. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive on in here. I think I got a little bit better of an angle here. Just need your pencil and some paper. Now, of course, if you want to come in and color, you can too. I'm going to start by just coming in with a little bit of a foreground line. This is about, a knuckle length up. It's going to come all the way across. And I might end up having to erase a little bit later on, but that's okay. Now I'm going to come in on both sides. Oh, my lead broke on that one. Good thing I got a backup. You're going to come in and do two curved lines. And these kind of look like a parenthesis, right? So play with the shape of this. You can make your vase any shape you want to. You could even curve it in if you wanted to. You decide. You can make it real tall. And make it come in a little bit. Then I'm going to draw right in this area a rectangle. From this point, I'm going to come out and I'm going to make it go past the other line. I could have made the card a little bit bigger, but that's okay. Coming down, and then it's going to curve in. This is the Mother's Day card. So then on that one, if you wanted to maybe draw a heart, you could. Write Mom. Whatever you want to do there. Now, my vase, I could even bring down a little bit in front of that middle ground line. And I would erase that one too, just slightly. So now for diving in on flowers. Again, these are very whimsical flowers, so I thought it would be fun to have a variety. But to begin with, we want to make sure they're pretty large. I actually think I made them too small on this one. I think they could be a little bit bigger. But you start by loose circles. And I kind of like to have an odd number. So you could have like 3 giant blooms, or maybe you could have 5. You decide on the placement, because then we're going to come in and add a lot more fun things on top of it. So you're like, oh, but this came in front of that. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. You can always come in and erase it. You're designing this special vase of flowers for Mom. So it's your artwork. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be fun while you create. So then inside, I'm probably definitely going to add some more flowers in here, but you can do a circle that goes straight forward, and that's going to be a full on. You can make one of your flowers have a circle here. I'm going to have a circle over on this side. This one could be one of my swirling ones. That would be fun to have a swirly one there. And then this one could maybe be more centered. So I have 5. I definitely want, now that I got a swirly one over here, I'm already feeling like I need to have another swirly one on this side. So if you're like, what exactly is she talking about? So I'm going to do a variety of different kinds. Swirly kind of rosettes to little, they're all whimsical. They don't even have to be super realistic. You can really change them exactly how you want. So these are going to be my base though, to get started. Now where this comes in, then I'm going to come out to start creating petals. Now when I don't pick up my pencil, I come back down, nice and slow. And then look, I'm coming outside to the big circle. And so I'm just following that line. And that kind of creates that little bloom there. Now, if I wanted to come outside this and even do more, I could make it bigger. Or if I wanted to do like little dots, do some sprigs that come out with maybe a leaf that has a swirl inside. You really can design this however you want. Just have fun with it. Maybe I'll make another little heart leaves there. Okay, building and building. And this one right here is more straight on. So it has a center. So then I could come up. This is another way you could do flowers. Instead of keeping it controlled in all one movement, you come from the center, out, center, out, kind of like little almond shapes. This one is fun if you want to also then add another row of petals behind it. So they're just slightly different, but I kind of like adding the extra. I used to love when I was a kid just to doodle with flower designs. And they weren't necessarily, you know, realistic, but it was fun. It's kind of like a meditation in a way. Okay, now I have this one over here that I said could be another one of my swirlies. So let me show you swirl. Okay, same thing with this one. I already kind of did one, and it could have the swirl and go in the opposite direction. Then I could even stop here and come down. See that? Stopped on both sides, and now it looks more like a rose. So if I wanted to do that on this one that I've already done, I could bring the side down on both. And then I could shade this in to look a little bit like a rose. Again, it's just whimsical fun there. I think a little leaf would be pretty here. Maybe some more little circles. We're coming in. Now this one has a little bit on the outside, so I'm going to do the continuous one on this one. And I'm following the line of the circle that I already drew. Now you can also see how I could do different types of petals there. I can square them off, I can make them pointed, I can do a variety. Just get lost in the creating. I have some space here in the center, so I could fill that space in with just some random little swirls or dots. Maybe I could have another sprig that comes behind it, this flower, and it could have a little swirl or little petals, maybe little tiny flowers. So essentially, we just want to fill this whole space. Fill it up. I kind of like these funky flowers. I'm going to show you one. I think I have room for it here. You know what? I'm going to erase my little baby petals right there because I think I want to put a funky flower in. That's where you come in with just a circle and you do the petals above only. And you're like, well, that doesn't really look like a flower. Well, we're having fun. And then we could have little dots. See, isn't that fun? It's nice and whimsical. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and make this. So this is what I was talking about where you could also build. You could do small petals. And then you could come on top and do bigger ones. Keep going around and around and around. I could even do another round. I could even change the shape of the petals to where maybe they were more pointed. You know, you could change that up. I already started with the round, so I'm going to keep going with that. And if you need to pause me, you can. I definitely could get lost in just creating little fun petals. This one's nice and big. I think this is coming together. Very fun. And after you get done with sketching all of this, you could think about coloring it, maybe putting it in a frame. If you can find an old frame at home. Or if you're an adult, maybe coming in and doing some watercolors with this, I think would be fun, or oil pastels, markers. I've enjoyed doing this one as an adult, so I think it's great for all ages. Let's see, I want to do another funky little flower over here. I kind of just like that being maybe just a couple dots. Like I said, don't feel like you have to follow along with exactly what I'm doing. You can create this however you want. That's the fun of it. Let's see, I could have maybe some more petals over here. Filling in some of the space. More circles inside. Then when you get further out, you might decide that you could either have another flower that came back behind this, like maybe another swirling rose. Another little petal. And some more circles. You could even have swirlies coming far out. Dashes. Heck, you could even add like a little butterfly if you wanted to. I do kind of like the thought of adding a design to your pot. It could be something that's special for you or for your mom. You know, you could just kind of start coming in with the zigzag. And then you could have circles maybe. Or you could have a straight line. Then you could go opposite. Add the circles back in here. That's kind of fun. Oh, that one got a little bit crooked. No worries. And it was come back. Oh, that's kind of fun. I did all zigzags and different things on this one. So you noticed on this one here, I did come in and start darkening it. So that's what you could do next. If you're just going to be doing this with a pencil, start coming in with those centers. Some of the centers you might want to go ahead and make it a solid dark one. Oh, maybe I should add one more flower over here. I mean, I could probably fiddle forever. Making some areas a little bit darker. You can shade it in the whole center. You could come in with your markers now and start outlining with black. And then seeing, you know, if you want to leave it black and white. With the little card, you could shade on the inside here. Even shade some underneath the pot and the card. So many fun things you can do with coming in and drawing flowers for mom. So I'm going to keep fiddling with my shading and maybe go ahead and I'm kind of feeling the color. Erasing some of my little spots here. But I hope you guys had fun with a little drawing tutorial today. I'll make sure and post a picture of it all in color. And I hope you guys keep doing art and finding some joy today. And make sure and tell all your moms Happy Mother's Day. If you're a mom, Happy Mother's Day to you too.